to go all the way over here because you decided to take up the entire space? He's the center of attention again. So don't tell Edgar, but I'm going away for the weekend to a conference in Toronto. Toronto is pretty far from here, so I'm excited. So I'm going away for the weekend. I'll be leaving tomorrow and only coming back on Monday, which means that I have 5 days away from the splendor of my library and away from my computer. And you'd think that might be 5 days of reading time, but in actuality, it's probably not. Because, let's face it, this is a conference. So I do hope to be seeing friends that I have spoken with primarily on the internet, and I am staying with my aunt, so I get to have a nice little visit with my aunt. So as for reading time, I'm not sure if I'm going to really have that much, or will I? Because you see, Toronto is 4 hours away by train. So that's 4 hours there and 4 hours back, not counting the time that I'm sitting in the train station waiting for the train to come because I am neurotic about missing the train. Then we've got public transportation because trying to use a taxi in Toronto is ridiculously expensive. So we've got public transportation. And then we've got, if I'm just waking up early before my aunt, or if I am a total socially awkward introvert and don't actually talk to any of the people I mean to talk to. It's always good to have an audiobook with you, right? I think that's pretty true. So I've chosen a few books to put on my Away at the Conference TBR. He's already very sad that I'm leaving, even though he doesn't know what that means. So, I have decided that as I'm going to this conference, I want to read some books by a few of the speakers. I already know that I want to pick up The Magnolia Sword by Sherry Thomas. I have a couple Sherry Thomas books on my TBR, but this one is a retelling of Mulan. So, I know that I want to read that and probably buy that. She's going to be at the book signing, and I'm probably going to buy a copy for myself, for my shelves, because I love Mulan so much, and her retelling sounds really, really cool. Then I am going to meet Farrah Heron, the author of The Chai Factor, which I read in June, July. When was the reading rush? Anyway, I'm going to meet Farrah Heron, and I'm going to buy her book, and she's going to sign it for me. And I'm going to be so excited. I'm going to try not to fangirl all over her because that would be dorky, and I am extremely dorky. But I'm also a professional author myself. So I should try to, keep it cool. Keep it cool. Just, slip that book into my bag, and shake her hand, and tell her that her book made me laugh so much. Okay, then I would like to read a book by Jenny Holiday. She's got a trilogy. I'm not sure if it's a trilogy or if it's more than a trilogy out. A contemporary romance series, in any case. And the first book is called One and Only. And I've looked at this book 1,000 times, but I haven't actually picked it up and read it yet. So I am hoping to read that either on the way there or on the way back. Then, because I have library holds coming in, I'm probably going to be reading a couple other things as well. I have a book about burnout in women that is coming in very soon, and I will I've completely forgot the title of that, unless the title is Burnout. Huh. In any case, that's coming in soon, and I'm very interested in it. I'm just rambling here. I'm just having fun and rambling. I'm really excited about this conference, guys. I'm going to bring you along, unless I feel too self-conscious and embarrassed to bring you along, in which case I will tell you all about it. The books that I'm reading on the train and public transportation in Toronto. I want to reread The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I actually own this one in audiobook, so I'm going to be reading that. I probably shouldn't put too many more books on this TBR. I think the last one will be a novella I've been meaning to read by Jessie Mihalik. Jessie Mihalik wrote Polaris Rising. And Polaris Rising was one of my favorite books of this year. The sequel comes out on October 1st. So between now and October 1st, I want to reread Polaris Rising. But she's also got a book called The Queen's Gambit. And it's short, it's a novella. So it's a book that I can read on the train and finish on the train, which I find very satisfying. Who knows what I will really read? Well, you will after the fact when I tell you. I'm going to be doing a reading vlog over that weekend because I've been really enjoying my reading vlogs. And so you can look forward to seeing Toronto with me and to learning a little bit about what I read along the way. Is the baby gonna miss his mum when she's gone? Is his life gonna go on exactly as normal? And he will just forget that she exists? Well, that would be sad. Don't do that.